at 4 o'clock, so we're ready to go. And Jim is here as well, so thanks very much.
Hi.
I usually will go back and forth between Councillor Rankin and Councillor Ferguson for movers and seconders. So I will start off with the adoption of the agenda, and I have a recommendation here moved by Councillor Ferguson and seconded by Councillor Rankin that the agenda for the June 6th, 2023 Township of Wellington North Recreations Park and Leisure Committee meeting be accepted and passed. All in favor? Thank you very much. Do you have any declaration of pecuniary interest, Councillor Rankin? I don't know if you, can you hear me, Penny?
I'm not getting.
Sorry, can you hear me, Penny?
Oh, I can't now. I don't know what was wrong, but I'm not.
Well, that's all right. No, I was just wondering if you had any declaration of pecuniary interest.
No, I don't.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Ferguson?
No.
All right, thanks. And I just kind of noticed you're in your truck, so thanks for taking the time.
Yeah.
I know you're likely busy as everyone else is. All right, we have one deputation today. It's Robin Sharp with roller skating. And I have a recommendation here moved by Councillor Rankin and seconded by Councillor Ferguson that the Rex Park and Leisure Committee receive for information the deputation from Robin Sharp, roller skating advocate, and that's on Schedule A. Is she? Oh, yep, there she is right there. Good afternoon, Robin.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep. Hello, Robin. How are you?
Perfect. Hi.
And welcome.
Thank you. All right, that took me a minute to find the button for that, but if you can hear me, then that's great.
Yep, not a worry. We have Councillor Ferguson from Southgate and Councillor Rankin and Brooke Lambert, our CAO, Jessica Turnbull and Tom Bowden and Tasha on board with us this afternoon. So again, welcome, and yeah, the floor is yours.
All right, hello everyone. So yes, my name's Robin Sharp, and you might know me through my work with the Fireworks Festival and also the Mount Forest Community Garden. But today I'm going to talk to you about roller skating, which I hope is a program that we could implement into Mount Forest and maybe even neighboring towns. So I've been working with the company Retro Rollers, who we used, and when I say we, I mean the Fireworks Festival. We used them 2 years, and they're a great company to work with and very trustworthy and just, yeah, really great. And so they did originally offer a rent to own program, but unfortunately about a month ago, they emailed me and said they're no longer able to offer the rent to own. And so it would be just a straight purchase. And I did send along the agreement, which hopefully everyone was able to receive from Tasha a week or two ago. So they suggested getting 100 pairs of roller skates, which would be a total investment of $29,000. And that is a big number, but the return on investment for that, if we were to charge $5 a rental, could be between $10,000 and $14,000, depending on obviously attendance and how many times we are able to provide this service in the sports complex. A lot of people have requested roller skating over the last year. It's really become very popular throughout North America. And has really become popular. Like I'm sure you've seen Cambridge and London and other neighboring towns have offered roller skating this summer, and people are just eating it up. They love it. So I think that it would be a very successful program if we were able to secure the funds in order to purchase these skates. So in the agreement, they are offering all of the skates are going to be good to go when they come to us. They have all their wheels, they're laced, they're numbered, they're on carts that are very easily transported. So if we need to put them into storage when the ice goes in the sports complex, just finding a space to store them is the main objective there. But they would be very easily moved around. And even if a neighboring town, such as Clifford, I know does not put their ice in anymore, they might be interested in renting them for the winter in order to provide programming for our neighboring towns. So there's a lot of potential for return on investment. So I know that it sounds like $30,000 is a lot to fork out all at once, but I think that would be recouped within probably 2 years. Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, sorry, I was just making sure I didn't want to interrupt you or anything.
No, that's okay. No, I could talk forever. So focus me, Steve.
Oh, I've been in a few meetings with you. I'm just teasing. I'm only teasing you, Robin.
I know.
I'm only bugging you. Jim or Penny, do you got any questions for Robin?
Just more a comment. I have talked at Newstead. I know they run the roller skating there, and they say it's very popular. Like they turn people away. So
yes, that's right. I was speaking with someone who helps run the Newstead skating, and she said that they average 100 people on Friday nights. And so I forget what exactly their capacity is, but some nights they do have to turn people away, and they only offer it Friday evenings. I put out a Facebook poll a couple months ago, just ask on the Mount Forest What's Happening page. And so I asked, if you were interested in roller skating, when would you want to do that? And over 100 people answered that poll. And most of them said that a weekend or weekday evening they would attend. So between 80 and 100 people said that they would go a weekday or weekend evening.
Wow.
So there is interest in this, and I think that it would be a great way to utilize our sports complex, because that is a comment that I hear quite often, that there's nothing to do in the summer at the sports complex, and we have such a beautiful facility. It would be really great to have people in there doing programming all year round.
Okay, thank you. Brooke, go ahead.
Thanks, through you, Chair McCabe. I'm just wondering, Robin, if you think that might actually be a good way for us to pilot something like this, is if we were to connect with some of those other municipalities who have the skates. Say we get in touch with the folks at Newstead and we're able to borrow them and maybe come up with a different night or something that we could try something like this out and see what the interest is like. Because obviously there'll be some discussions with our facility folks around, when we could fit this in and what that would look like. And before, I guess, making the investment, I would want to make sure that there's a bit of a market for it. So what would be on something like that?
So for the fireworks festival, we had it Friday night in 2019 and 2022. So we ran it for 4 hours, and I would say there was a minimum of 30 to 40 people on at all times on the floor. And I believe we don't have a good calculation of how many rentals we got in 2022. There was just the cash box got mixed up with another cash box, so we weren't able to calculate that at the end. But I spoke with Phil and Elaine, who are the Retro Rollers owners, and they said that they had a minimum of 200 people And quite a few people didn't know about the roller skating and walked through and saw it and said, oh, I wish I knew about this, because you have to have socks. So a lot of people were in sandals, so they couldn't just, just go and rent the skates.
Okay.
So I do think that there is an appetite for this. I don't think that Neustadt rents out their skates like to other towns. When I was involved in roller derby, we did speak to Neustadt about having some of their skates travel so that we could offer that in Mount Forest, and they did not seem into it. But it's definitely something that another conversation could be had about that.
All right. Thank you, Robin. Councillor Rankin, I think I saw your hand up there.
Yes, I'm all in favor of roller skating. I think it's great. It's great exercise and great fun. I was just wondering, is this a proposal for the summer only when there's no ice on the rink?
For Mount Forest, yes, because when the ice is in, I'm proposing that we share or rent them out to other neighboring communities. Like I mentioned Clifford earlier, they're not putting their ice in anymore because it's just too costly for them. And so roller skating might be a great alternative for them if they rent the skates from us. And then we don't have to worry about storage either. If they're being utilized in another community, you don't have to worry about having space in the sports complex to store them.
Right.
So yep, that's kind of my. Oh, go ahead.
Yep, go ahead, Penny.
Okay. I was just thinking a tentative discussion that I've had with you, Steve and Brooke. I'm just wondering if there's any possibility to utilize that in the winter time as well, and so you can have. But I mean, haven't brought it up yet. It wasn't going to come up until new business. So I'm just wondering if there's any possibility of being able to extend that over the winter months as well.
Yeah, we'll probably chat about that in new business for sure, Penny.
Okay.
I got sorry, did you have another question, Penny? Sorry.
I did. I was just wondering, there is no roller derby included with this, is there? It's just a plain pleasure skate.
Correct. Okay. This is not roller derby. This is just roller skate rentals. So we would, or by we, I mean the township would own the roller skates once they are purchased, and you would own the carts that the skates come on. And then, so in the agreement that Retro Rollers sent to us, they can offer a maintenance program where they would come and make sure that all of the skates are, nothing's loose, and they would attend to any maintenance that they need to do on each pair of skates, any minor adjustments, things like that. And then any normal wear and tear, such as laces, toe stops, wheels, and bearings, would be the responsibility of the township to purchase and maintain. But it comes with training. They will train you. There's a whole pamphlet booklet that they put together of how to take care of the roller skates and all the different parts and stuff like that. So everyone who is dealing with the roller skates and the rentals of them will have basic knowledge of roller skates and what to look for safety concerns. Because if you have a loose wheel, that's obviously going to affect your skating and could pose a safety risk.
Okay, thank you, Robin. Penny, you're good for now?
I think I am. Thanks.
I guess I got a couple questions for you, and then Tom, I have one for you right off the hop. What kind of time would we have in Mount Forest? And I would suggest Arthur as well. That is open on both arena floors during the summer. I know you may not have that right at your ready, but
I don't.
what kind of a schedule could we even fit this into if everything was a go?
If it was this year, the ice came out just the first part of May, and we'll go back in the middle of August. We'll start doing it then. So you're looking at 12 to 14 weeks probably. In Arthur, it would be end of March until end of August.
All right, and then I guess with the pickleball that's already in there, I guess, and then lacrosse down in Arthur, because I don't know why we wouldn't offer this in Mount Forest and Arthur to get a better rate of return and quicker return. Maybe we could look into what the schedule is in on both ice surfaces without ice in both arenas, I guess, if that's a possibility. So, are you, Robin? I guess this is a question for you. So you're looking, or you're asking the township to buy the roller skates, is that right?
Yes.
And so I would ask if there's
fundraising, I'm sure.
Is there any chance you can get sponsors for that as well?
Probably. I think that given how
like how popular it is, there might be a company or something like that that would could sponsor some of the upfront costs for sure.
Yeah, like, are you thinking like a roller skate company or like one of our local companies, like a local
like
business?
Kenny Rankin or Brooke Lambert or Southgate? No, seriously, like any local company, for sure. No, just something to think about.
Yeah, I think sponsorship could be possible.
Yeah. Okay. Good. That'd be something to look into, I think, as well. And then I guess we would the township. I kind of liken this to bowling. If you go out bowling, the Ivan Lawrence, just Mount Forest there, but he would have to clean them and disinfect them. I guess we'd have to be doing that as well, and that's on top of the cost of the purchase.
Yes, yeah. So Retro Rollers just has the spray stuff that I'm sure Ivan uses at the bowling center for the shoes as well. And they just give them a quick spray before they put them back on the shelf.
Okay.
So I don't know what the cost of that is. But I could talk to Ivan and see what they use and an approximate cost on that.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm just curious. Yeah. And then of course they'd be all different sizes for anyone that would want to use them, both men and women and kids.
Yes. So let me just look that up because they did. So sizes available from junior 6 up to men's 15. So that's a pretty good range of sizes.
Okay.
So junior 6 would fit, a 3-year-old, 2 or 3-year-old.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I think that's all the questions I kind of have. Brooke, did I see your hand up?
Through you, no, I haven't raised my hand, but I do have some comments. So
sure.
Once all the other questions are done.
I don't have any more questions for Robin, Councillor Ferguson, or Councillor Rankin.
Not at the moment.
Well, I guess would they allow rollerbladers in too, or is that kind of not a thing?
Well, Newstat allows rollerbladers. So it would really be up to the township to set up the rules of the roller skating evenings. Newstat has them posted in their little foyer, so it could definitely be catered to what we want for the sports complex.
Okay. I think, Penny, did I just see your hand up?
Yes, I was just thinking, if it's becoming popular now, with what participants we have in the community, and we know we're expanding at a fairly great rate, and a lot of these people are coming up from the city where they already have had roller skating installed for years. It might be something that they're used to and would be willing to continue with.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a great point.
All right. Thank you for that. Brooke, yeah, you said you had a couple comments.
So I guess I would suggest that staff take this away and do a little bit more review in terms of what all the needs would be for this type of program. And I think you're quite right, Councillor McCabe, that there's going to be a staffing impact. We need to look at our facilities, what we have available, what the other programs are currently happening, so that we don't create any conflicts. And perhaps staff can put together an outline of what might be possible and bring that back for council consideration, because I think that this would, it's a new program. We have to see if it's a potential program that we could implement and what some of the details around that would be. And again, the budget implications are huge, because obviously we haven't looked at that for this year's budget. So a little bit of homework, I think, for staff to do. And I would maybe open it up to Tom or Tasha, because I think they've probably been chatting with Robin a little bit more, if they have any comments, that they'd like to share as well.
Sure, and thanks for that, Brooke. And along that same vein, again, say in a perfect world this went through tomorrow, is this a program that the township, Robin, this is for you, sorry, are you thinking that this is a program that the township just offers, like kind of for free, like anyone who wants to go join, or is it like you rent the ice surface for an hour or two and do it, or what's you're thinking that way, I guess, as well, just on a budget implication for staff and for us?
Thoughts would be that it would be similar to public skating, I guess, where you are offering the facility, and then you take in admission or rental fee, however you want to work that, because there are going to be people who bring their own rollerblades or roller skates. We did see quite a few people at the fireworks festival bringing their own roller skates. So the way Newstat does it is it's a $2 entry fee, and then, it's a $4 entry fee and $2 rental, which it's $6 for the evening if you're going and renting your skates, which is, honestly, no one bats an eye at that. For $5, it's, a nice hour or two activity to do. So I think that it might be best if the township offers, based on your scheduling, offers the rentals and all that, because also your staff are going to have to be the ones trained to look for any maintenance or any wobbly wheels or anything before they give them out to people and that sort of thing.
Right.
You probably don't want to volunteer doing that.
No. Okay. No, that's good. Thank you. Any more questions or comments for Robin while we have her on online?
And even if there's any questions for retro rollers, I can pass it along and talk to Phil and Elaine and clarify anything in the agreement that you would like clarified.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you very much, Robin. I guess staff-wise, Brooke, do we need to? I think you guys have some direction from what you just spoke of. All right, yeah. That'll be good. So the recommendation on the floor, it was moved by Councillor Rankin and seconded by Councillor Ferguson, that we receive this for information. All in favor? Great. Thank you very much. Thanks very much, Robin. I appreciate your time, and thanks for bringing this opportunity to us.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to present this to you, and hopefully we can discuss it a little more. I'm available to discuss anytime if you'd like to email me or call me if you have any questions. Please don't hesitate to contact me.
Great. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
You too. All right, moving on. We have the minutes of the previous meeting of April 17th, 2023. And I have a recommendation here moved by Councillor Ferguson and seconded by Councillor Rankin that the Recreation, Parks and Leisure Committee receive for information the minutes of April 4th, 2023 committee meeting. Any comments or discussion on the previous meeting from April 17th? I have none, so all in favor? Great, thank you. On to business arising from the minutes. I don't have any. Councillor Ferguson or Councillor Rankin? No. Seeing none, we will go to the ad hoc committee updates. They were approved at the meeting of council on May 8th, 2023. And I have a recommendation, excuse me, that the Recreation, Parks and Leisure Committee receive for information the minutes of the April 25th, 2023 Mount Forest Aquatics ad hoc. I'll say that was moved by Councillor Rankin and seconded by Councillor Ferguson. Any questions or comments? I have none either. All in favor? Great, thank you. And we're on to OPS report 2023-022 RPL Aquatics update. It's on page 17, and I have a recommendation moved by Councillor Rankin and seconded by Councillor Ferguson that the Recs, Parks and Leisure Committee receive the information for information report RPL 2023-022, being a report on the updates to the aquatics programming and staffing. And I will turn this over to you, Sasha.
Thank you. Through you, Chair McCabe.
Sorry, I just got to close my video and audio because I've got a big sneeze and a cough coming up. So I am here. I'm listening to you. I'll be right back.
All right. So we're very happy to report that the Arthur Pool did open to the public yesterday, June 5th. We have a modified schedule for the month of June, and that is to accommodate some school swimming opportunities and bronze courses. Typically the pool has opened about a month later, either the last week of June or the first week of July. We wanted to open the pool early this year, primarily to attract new recruits for lifeguarding, as there is a national shortage of lifeguards. And we're doing that through the bronze program to attract more people into a lifeguarding career path. And we wanted to have the opportunity for our local schools to enjoy the pool in the month of June. So we're offering just a regular school swim, as well as the Swim to Survive program, which is for grade 3 students. And we do have 5 local schools that are taking advantage of that opportunity with us. So Courtney, who is our aquatics program coordinator, reached out to all local schools, and those 5 schools will be joining us in the next 2 weeks for school swimming. We also, opening early gave us the opportunity to add a few more sessions of swimming lessons. So we have started swimming lessons as of yesterday. We have 29 kids registered for session 1. And that is 11 different lessons happening between 3:30 and 5. We also, for the month of July, we're going to start a new program called Community Swim. And that's something we're going to update the calendar with regularly. It's not always going to be open to the general public. We'll open it up to some community groups, some special other groups, and then when we do open it to the general public, it will be more of special events like a themed swim or games and that type of thing, and that will be a free event for community groups and general public when it happens, and we'll update those on the website as they happen. And that's going to be on Tuesdays from 10 to 11. We also this year are having longer hours. So once we move into our regular July-August schedule, we're actually open most days 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. I think last year it was a modified schedule opening up at 1 p.m. and going to the public swim time at 8 p.m. So it's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 a.m. till 8 p.m. And then Saturdays, 10 a.m. till, 10:30 till 5. So yesterday was a pretty good opening day. We had 56 people enjoying the pool. Wow. 31 of those were for family swim and public swim, and then we had 25 attendees for the lessons. And staffing is really good. We have 7 lifeguards and 3 assistants, 3 aquatics assistants. So those aquatics assistants will be trained to become lifeguards, hopefully over the winter, and join us as lifeguards in 2024. So
that's fantastic, and I am amazed. Well, I guess I probably was not amazed at the participation yesterday, because it was good and warm, and it looks like it's going to be warm for the next little while if the last couple of weeks are any indication. I like the succession plan as well with the 3 assistants. I think that's fantastic, and I hope that that continues. And I appreciate all the work that staff has done opening it up about a month early as well. So really do appreciate that, and thanks very much for that. Any questions for Tasha, Councillor Ferguson or Councillor Rankin? Yep, go ahead, Penny.
What time is the senior swim?
Well, we have the family swim, Penny, and that one is generally more attended by older adults, and some older adults also like to take advantage of the lane swim. So we don't have lane swim starting till July, and that's actually at 7 a.m. Yep, 7 a.m. Monday, Wednesday. Okay. Right now, if you want to go for a swim, Penny, it's going to start at 6 tonight.
Oh.
We better finish this meeting up quick.
And the pool's set for 82, I hear.
Oh, wow.
I'll definitely be taking advantage of the senior swim, though, or for the older adults.
Yeah.
I'll probably be in the splash pad. No, that's fantastic, Tasha. Thanks very much for that. Councillor Ferguson, any comments or questions? Great, thanks. And I appreciate the longer hours as well. I hope that was a bit of an attractant for some of the lifeguards as well to get more hours in, and then help service our whole municipality, just having the one pool online at the time at this time. So hopefully that can continue the next little while. Yeah, go ahead, Tasha.
I could also mention through you, Chair McCabe, we have every Saturday through the summer sponsored swims already.
Wow.
So Jessica and Courtney have been hard at work at that, getting those organized. So big thank you to them. And we're going to start working on Friday evenings next to try and fill those up with sponsors as well.
That's incredible. Like your ability to find sponsors is unparalleled. So that's fantastic. Thanks very much for that. Any comments from Brooke or Tom? I see you coming online there, Tom.
No, keep getting the sponsors, Tasha. That's the way to go.
That's great. No, it really is a fantastic option, and to have the longer hours and opening up a month early. So really do appreciate that. And I know the community is going to appreciate that as well. So thanks very much for that. If there's no other questions or comments, I have that recommendation on the floor to receive the information. All in favor? Thank you very much. I'm assuming you are in on that too, Councillor Rankin.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Okay, good, thank you. Not forcing your hand at all, but thanks very much for that, Tasha, and thanks for all your hard work as well, and the whole staff there. Look forward to seeing them down there. So, all right, next up we have OPS report 2023-021 RPL Corkage. And I have a recommendation here moved by Councillor Ferguson and seconded by Councillor Rankin that the Recreations Park and Leisure Committee receive for information report OPS 2023-021, supplying of corkage to renters, being a report on the use of corkage in our facilities, And further, that the committee approve the cancellation of the practice of supplying corkage in our township facilities. I will push that all over to you, Tom.
Yeah, okay, thank you. And through you, Chair McCabe, but just a little background so you understand what corkage is. Corkage is supplied when we have a special occasions permit with alcohol. We offer bags of ice on site, 7-ounce cups, 14-ounce beer cups, wristbands, and 2-liter bottles of pop. What we are finding, the price for the cups is on the increase because they are going to be deleted in the next few years because they're single-use plastics. The other thing I noticed, I was at an event about a month ago, and I see that the larger brewers are already selling mixed drinks in cans. So they are, I guess, anticipating this in a lot of places like we have. So the idea, as we've been losing money on this, we've never really made money on it. The cost of cups has gone way up. Our bags of ice and pop we sell right now for $4. People do complain that they can get it at the grocery store for a lot less, which I agree with. So a couple of years ago, we did get rid of the corkage at our outdoor facilities just because it was we had to take it out to the pavilions. Some of those events were a lot larger. It was hard to have all the stuff on site for it. So now what we're asking for is, in anticipation of the ban on single-use plastics, is we take this out of our rental alcohol policy and stop the practice.
All right. Thank you for that, Tom. We're still going to offer ice, I would imagine, like on the indoors, or what's your thoughts on that?
We were going to get rid of it all. You can still go buy a bag of ice for $2.50 or $3.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't too sure though. So
we're still going to have the freezers and the coolers and everything for everybody, but they'll be able to go purchase their own stuff and bring it into our facilities.
All right. Yep, going back to kind of like days of old almost.
Yep, and we're going to offer. We use plastic wristbands. We'll go back to the stamps. Everything seems to be coming back around. We were out last weekend and we stopped and got ice cream someplace, and we got the plastic spoons that used to be there years ago. So. Or the wooden spoons, sorry.
Oh, wooden. I was going to say, oh wow, they must be using the plastic cup. So
nope, they're going back to the wooden spoons and forks now. So
no real surprise there, I suppose. No. Any questions, Councillor Ferguson or Councillor Rankin?
No, I quite agree with the suggestion.
All right. Jim, just a quick question. What are you guys doing up at your arenas?
Rentals. I don't. As far as I know, they don't offer that. It's, as far as I know, it was always you supplied your own.
Yeah, okay.
And I do know, like, having been to Mount Forest for a lot of things, there was a lot of complaints about that.
Yeah.
So I do think it would be a good move to, yeah.
All right, great. Thank you for that. Yeah, I wasn't too sure what you guys did up in Southgate. Any comments, Brooke? Okay, great. Thank you. We have that recommendation on the floor, and thank you for that, Tom. I think I think a lot of people are going to find that a little bit a lot more easier to rent from us and not have to pay that upfront cost or of the back end cost, I suppose. So no, that's good to hear. I kind of like this, and it frees up staff, I think, time as well. So all in favor? Thank you very much. Thanks, Tom. All right, we have a couple items for consideration, and I will go back to you, Tasha, for the Lindsay Smith. You'll see that roller derby. She's advised the township staff that roller derby wishes to withdraw their asks from township assistant with roller derby in Wellington North. So I will pass that over to you, and you might as well keep going after that with the day camp as well. So.
Thank you, through you, Chair McCabe. So it was just a very quick text actually from Lindsay letting me know that Grey Bruce Roller Derby has decided to pull back on expanding into Mount Forest. So they have actually canceled all practices in Mount Forest, and they're not looking to expand into Mount Forest at this time.
Oh, okay.
That's a very quick one. I also have a very quick one for day camp if we want to move into that one.
Yeah, I think this is crazy. Go ahead.
So I had the two site leaders, Paige and Vanessa, start May 8th. And our assistant site leaders, Erin and Brianna, started yesterday, June 5th. Paige and Vanessa have been very busy for the month, completing all the programming, working on scheduling, trips. They have approached, again, they did this. They got sponsors for sponsorships equaling $4,000 so far. So that will pay for a trip to Mapleton for both camps, some bus trips for Mount Forest to the pool, some extra craft supplies, things, some new furniture for both camps. So they've done a great job securing those sponsorships and a great job with the programming. It's going to be a good summer. So we're looking forward to the opening of that. We'll start the rest of the staff, rest of aquatics and day camp staff the week of June 26th. And in total, we'll have 25 new staff members.
Wow.
Did you say 25 new staff members?
For day camp and aquatic combined.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
And sorry, where did you say they're going in Mapleton?
Mapleton Organics Farm.
Okay, that's what I thought you said. Sorry, I just didn't catch it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The Israels are
for that one.
Israel's. Yeah, I might go as well. The Israels are good people over there for sure. I know you mentioned this yesterday. I think it was just yesterday about how quick it took for the day camps to fill up.
Yep.
It was.
So
why don't you?
I think it was by 2 p.m. on opening day, we were full.
That's just crazy to me.
Yeah. So that's never happened. We couldn't have predicted that would happen. It has not happened in previous years. I don't think there has been a full week every week of the summer in Mount Forest yet until this year.
Wow. So I'm just writing this down, sorry. That's fantastic. Thanks, Tasha. Any questions, Councillor Ferguson or Councillor Rankin?
I don't have a question, but I just have a comment that I think it's fantastic, especially with not having the pool in Mount Forest. Maybe one reason why they've gone towards a camp instead of swimming lessons. But however, I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Yep, I would agree. Yep, go ahead, Tom.
Hate to put you on the spot, Tasha, but anyway, we can put a plug in for the sponsors you got. I think it's great that you're doing all this, and I don't mind hearing their names.
So Paige and Vanessa have that list. I can have the list ready for next meeting, though.
I was just going to say the exact same thing, Tom. I'd like to, one for them for getting the sponsorship, and then maybe putting a blast out on our social media and saying, hey, thanks for this. Thanks for kicking into the day camp. Sorry, go ahead, Tasha.
Yeah, through you, Chair McCabe. For sure. I don't want to mention just a few because I don't know the entire list at this time. So I'd rather come back and have that entire list. And I will for sure be asking the list to be put out on social media to thank those sponsors.
That's fantastic. And I just can't get over the, I guess, the entrepreneurship that the two of them had. That's incredible. And that's dedication to the craft. So really appreciate that as well.
Yes, they did a great job.
Any more questions or comments at all? All right. Thank you very much for those two verbal updates. Really appreciate that. And look forward to meeting those the two at day camp as well. So very cool. All right, moving on to roundtable. We're about an hour ahead of schedule, so I will open the floor. Councillor Ferguson, anything on your mind with concerns with rec and parks and leisure?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, thank you. Over to you, Councillor Rankin. I know we had talked about you bringing up an idea that you had, so the floor is yours.
Thank you. the Ag Society is no more, and that leaves the two buildings on the fairgrounds. And I know, Councillor McCabe, you had an idea that you wanted them for, but I'm just wondering if there's any possibility of using one of them. Pardon me, I know it would have to be a solid floor put in and updates to the building to make it usable for, say, winter months. But I'm just wondering about wheelchair accessible sports. I have spoken with Councillor Bulmer from Puslinch, and he is going to contact one of his team who who is wheelchair bound and may have more information on that. And there's another company or organization that he was going to give me the info for as well. And I've got another call into a gentleman in Arthur that's on our cultural roundtable, and see if he has any idea. I just want to know what the availability is for having a team such as that, whether, or the need for it, I guess, rather than the availability. I would love to see a building like that being able to use for, and the roller derby, that's why I was thinking, if the ice is on the sports complex, could that be used for roller skating during the winter months? And for any other sport that is not being able to be able to be scheduled into the sports complex, could that building be used for that? I know it's going to complicate staffing matters, but I'm just wondering if it's a possibility of using something like that.
Yep, I know. Like when you and I had chatted about this just on email, and Tom, you'll correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure the exact dimensions of it. I know the one's not really that wide, and I know it's got a solid floor in it, and I'm pretty sure it's not insulated. And I can't remember if there's any water ran out to it. And I don't know how anyone really, like it would have to be up to accessibility AODA because it's a municipal building, but I'm not saying that couldn't happen, but it'll just be, I guess, Tom, what's your thoughts on all of that?
I haven't given a whole lot of thought yet. We don't actually get those buildings until March 31st of next year. Solid floor in them, that's a good idea. I'm listening to ideas right now. I thought for storage for some of our parks vehicles, some of the works vehicles that we need more space for, but there are two buildings there. The one building does have water. There's no solid floor in them. There's no insulation in them. They're just a steel barn building.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Yeah, not saying that it's out of the question, Penny, but and it's worth looking into. I don't know what if Robin was here, I guess we could ask her. I don't know what kind of floor space they need for roller derby, but I have only seen it once, and it looks like they would need the whole arena. And I don't know if either building's that, like, it's long. They're long enough, but probably not that wide enough. I can't imagine, but I don't know. Yeah, of course not.
I'm thinking they're 30 or 40 feet wide. That would be the one that goes east-west. I don't know the other one. So, yeah, I don't know if that would be big enough for roller skating, but.
Yeah. Is there maybe a chance we could pop up sometime, just have a quick peek at them?
I would have to contact the Ag Society and get them to open the doors for us.
Okay, well then we can wait until March.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I don't want to say we put it on hold, but I don't know what that would even cost, because you'd have to insulate it, put a solid cement floor in. There'd probably have to be upgrade to lighting and then accessibility. But yeah, we'll maybe put that on the back burner for now, Councillor Aiken, until we actually take possession of them. So thanks for that, Tom. I kind of thought they were done with it. So okay, so that's good to hear. Thanks for that information. Any other questions or anything with roundtable? Yep, go ahead, Penny.
One more. I was wondering, it came up at council meeting when Robin Ross was there, and I asked about the tennis court at the high school in Mount Forest, and she said that it would have to be a conversation between the principal of the high school and the township. I'm just wondering if there's any possibility of having an agreement that it could be used for the municipality, like for residents in the municipality, as well as just for high school. I don't see hardly anybody ever on it. I do see that they've got ball hockey nets there, and they've got basketball nets on the sides. But I'm just wondering if we don't have a tennis court anywhere that I know of in the township. Just wondering, instead of trying to make one for the township, if we could utilize that one.
And I see more people kind of through the summer, I think, use the one up in Wellington Heights. I know when we had we had Robin Ross in, I think she alluded to no one's supposed to be on school property or Upper Grand, but they're going to be used, I think, as well. And I think that's kind of a neat idea to see if we can make some sort of an arrangement or something. But Tasha, I saw you come online there. It looked like you maybe had something to add here, so go ahead.
So I have spoken to some of the community members, because we were talking about the possibility of using that area for pickleball, and there was some concerns over the condition of the courts. So I'm not sure. I have not been there myself, but that's something that we should look at, I guess, before we're entering into an agreement with them.
Like, you mean the like the basketball court and the kind of the double tennis courts at the high school themselves, Tasha?
Yeah, they weren't interested. They weren't interested in using that area.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure why. I mean, I suppose I could go. I don't know what I would look for, though.
I'm not sure.
I can inspect it, but I'm not sure that I would be the most effective inspector.
I don't know what the requirements are either. All righty, thank you. Thanks for that. Are you looking for more information on that then, Penny, or?
I'm just putting it forth as a possibility of widening our sports and opportunities.
Okay. Sorry, just write this down. Great. Okay, thank you very much. I don't have anything new for the roundtable. Tom or Brooke? Yep, go ahead, Tom.
Through you, Steve. Just we hadn't mentioned anything about the splash pads. The pool's open June 1st. So did the splash pads in both communities. So they are opened and being used a lot with this hot, dry weather. The other thing I wanted to bring forward that I applied, the Owen Sound Attack is looking for another town to operate a exhibition game September 20th. We had to apply to it. I've applied to it. An email came out today to 3 towns, and we were one of them. They're going to do site visits, and then they will make their selection as to who gets it.
Very cool.
I have minor hockey on board with me, Mount Forest Minor Hockey, and the Mount Forest Patriots on board with this.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's really neat. And sorry, when did you say, like, we're on a short list of 3, and when did you expect to hear back from that?
They're going to come and do a tour of our building. They're looking at the next couple of weeks to take a tour of the building. They need to make sure it fits for their teams. Sure. I think we do. So hopefully we are the successful applicant.
Do you know who the other 2 places are at all? Or
one of them is North Perth, and I'm not sure of the other one. Probably Port Elgin. They have a new rink up there too.
Okay. Very cool. I think we got some good capacity, and it's a jewel. So
yep.
Here's hoping. That's very cool. I like that idea.
Yeah. So
that's
all I had.
Great. Thank you, Tom. Look forward to that update.
Mm-hmm.
Brooke, do you have anything to add?
Nope, nothing for me.
All righty. Well, if there's nothing more, thanks everyone for your time. Thanks for the reports. Thanks for the verbal updates. Thanks for making the time. I know, Councillor Ferguson, you're working as well, so keep trucking. And I have a recommendation here, moved by Penny and seconded by Jim, that the Township of the Wellington North Recreation Parks and Leisure Committee meeting of, I'm going to say June 6th, not May 2nd, be adjourned at 4:55 p.m. All in favor? Great. Thank you very much, everybody. It almost looks like the sky is kind of cleared up a little bit. I know really hazy this morning and this afternoon, and it smelled like a bonfire around around my house. So hopefully they're taking care of everyone over there in Quebec, and hopefully that everyone's safe. But take care of yourselves. Have a great week, and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thanks.